Welcome back to Ind AS summary video. Now we will discuss Ind AS 16 property, plant and equipment. Let us begin by understanding the objective of this standard. The objective of Ind AS 16 is to prescribe accounting treatment for property, plant and equipment, that is PPE. Key issues in accounting for PPE are recognition of an asset, determination of carrying amount, depreciation charge, and impairment losses to be recognized. Ind AS 16 is applicable to accounting for PPE except when another standard requires or permits a different accounting treatment. Therefore, Ind AS 16 does not apply to accounting for PPE classified as held for sale, biological assets related to agriculture activity, recognition and measurement of exploration and evaluation of assets, and mineral rights and mineral resources. Let us first understand what property, plant and equipment means. Property, plant and equipment are tangible items that are held for use in production or supply of goods or services, for rental to others or for administrative purposes, and are expected to be used during more than one period. To understand other key terms related to PP such as carrying amount, cost, depreciable amount, fair value, impairment loss, recoverable amount, etc., check our website indaslab.com. Now that we have defined the terms, we will move on to the recognition provisions, which will be discussed in three parts. First, initial recognition. Second, measurement at initial recognition. And third, measurement after initial recognition, that is subsequent measurement. Let us first understand when to recognize an asset as PPE. Ind AS 16 prescribes for recognition of an asset when it is probable that the future economic benefits associated with the asset will flow to the entity and cost of asset can be measured reliably. An item of PPE that qualifies for recognition as an asset shall initially be recognized at cost. So initial measurement will happen at cost. Ind AS 16 offers guidance on items to be included and excluded while computing the cost of PPE. In respect of measurement after recognition, that is subsequent measurement, an entity may choose either the cost model or the revaluation model. Under cost model, PP is carried at cost less accumulated depreciation less accumulated impairment losses if any, and under revaluation model, PP is carried at revalued amount. Revalued amount is the fair value on date of revaluation. If the carrying amount of an asset increases as a result of revaluation, the increase should be recognized in other comprehensive income and thereby increasing the revaluation surplus. However, if the carrying amount of the asset decreases, such decrease is also recognized in other comprehensive income, but it either would reduce the remaining revaluation surplus or would result in impairment, as the case may be. We will now move on to another important aspect of PP, that is depreciation. Ind AS 16 requires each part of PP which has cost that is significant in relation to the total cost of PP to be depreciated separately. In respect of determining the depreciation amount, the method used should reflect the pattern of expected future economic benefits and it should be allocated on a systematic basis over the useful life of the asset. Such depreciation determined in accordance with Ind AS 16 should be charged to profit or loss for the year. Impairment of PP shall be determined in accordance with Ind AS 36, impairment of assets. Thus, impairment provisions are present under Ind AS 36 and not under Ind AS 16. However, Ind AS 16 provides guidance regarding compensation for impairment. Let's move on to derecognition of an item of PP. PP shall be derecognized on disposal or when no future economic benefits are expected from its use or disposal. Any gains or losses arising from derecognition of PP should be recognized in profit or loss, but such gains will not form a part of revenue of the entity. Let us move on to the final part of our discussion, disclosures required by this standard. For each class of PP, disclosures required include depreciation methods used, useful life or depreciation rate used, gross carrying amount and accumulated depreciation and impairment losses, reconciliation of the carrying amount at the beginning and at the end of the period. This was a quick summary of Ind AS 16. There are many unmissable topics dealing with why and how of various aspects of PP. You can find the in-depth para by para analysis of Ind AS 16 on our e-learning platform indaslab.com. We will see you again with another video on Ind AS for you to learn and fall in love with Ind AS. Till then, keep clicking, keep learning with Ind AS Lab.